Baron Zemo, born into greatness and great darkness. Helmut Zemo, a man of terrific and terrible genius. The 13th Baron Zemo has sworn everlasting vengeance against his family nemesis, Captain America. Hello and welcome to Centurions Corner, and today we are reviewing from Marvel Legends Baron Zemo. So this is a little bit of a newer figure than we have recently reviewed out there. It's in the supervillain line here, which is the same a bit like the Red Skull and Lady Deathstrike, but this guy is only recently just come out. So I almost picked up the MCU Winter Soldier and Falcon Baron Zemo, but I just kind of saw this one coming out. I saw the comic version of it and I just really like it. It's just really quite crazy, isn't it? Like purple, or you have got some like Dalmatian kind of Cruella de Vil kind of fur bits going on around here, and I really like this mask. It's really, really cool. So it's another figure to go for Captain America as well, which is really nice, and just any of the Avengers and stuff as well. So got a nice sword here, got extra hands. Baron Zemo himself with that sort of green on the background on the side. Up here we have a bit of a different Baron Zemo compared to what is here. There's the belt's a little bit different, his crown and all that's a little bit different as well, but not actually complaining about here. Got that picture once again in a larger form with his bio on the back. Around on the side we've got exactly the same. So I guess without further ado, let's just crack this bad boy open. So here he is in his blister pack. Obviously there's nothing really hidden. We can just see his tootsies now in here. So we're just going to get him out for our first impressions before going away for his review. Yeah, looks cool. Really like the sculpts of these here. They're really nice. And I love that face. It looks really kind of, I don't know, I can't even think of the word for it. I'm thinking sincere, but it's not sincere, is it? It's creepy looking. I can't even think of the S word for it. It will come to me sooner or later. But yeah, it looks really nice. We're going to go away, put him through his paces, and we'll see you in a mo. So here he is, we've been away, we've taken his photos, and again another fantastic figure from Hasbro and another retro looking figure. But this guy's got that kind of extra edge to it, even though he's very retro looking. That mask, and the word I was looking for was very sinister. That mask on that kind of figure there just looks really kind of sort of like dominating, very demeaning. It looks really, really cool. It's a really fantastic sculpt on it, I think, compared to like the rest of the figure, because it looks really quite basic, which is what the retro figure kind of likes. So I kind of like this sort of like new meeting the old in a way. It comes with a few accessories, comes with a few extra hands, so a few extra posing possibilities there, and obviously he's got this nice big sword. So in his hand, you can actually hold it quite nicely, and it's got a gold kind of plasticness to it. It's a little bit too plasticky for my liking. It needs to be a nice shininess, but the actual blade itself is done in a nice silver as well. Got a bit of details, as you can see on the side there, and these kind of like hula hoops on the side here. But the good thing about it, he actually holds it in this hand, which hinges it up and down, so you can really get that kind of sort of like beckoning on kind of cool kind of sort of way with him, with this sort of like a hinge here. So looking at that, we actually have a few other hands. So we've got a clenched fist. We have this one here, which is kind of like the open kind of palmed kind of hand, but we also have another more palmed, so more clutching the hand that way, and that hinge actually goes left and right as well, so it doesn't actually do the pivoting up and down, it will go inwards and outwards. And then if you wanted to hold it into the other hand, you can do so. And then this one also has the hinge going in and out as well. So this is the only hand that goes up and down when all the rest go in and outwards. So taking a close look at the figure, we can go through his articulation, and the articulation isn't too bad on this guy really. So head wise, we can go left, he can go right, he can look down this far, and he can look back as well. Arm wise, we've got a rotation here that can go all around. It's not hindered here, as you can see. Like, we've got a little tab that's kind of held in underneath on the pin there, so this doesn't spin around. It always keeps its place, which is really good. Arm come up this far. We have the rotation up the upper bicep here. We have a double elbow joint here coming up around this bit, but really gets that kind of looks a bit odd in a way because where these are really thick. Hand can rotate, and then obviously they do have a hinge as well. Rotation here at the waist, which is at the belt part. The actual ab crunch is up here, and this is a bit pliable, so it's not actually going to get in the way, so it actually does move with the figure, and then back as well. Leg wise, up this way, forward, back, upper thigh rotation. We have a double knee joint here as well. We have a boot rotation, and also the rocker and a pivot at the ankle, which has got all the articulation that you need from any of your Marvel Legend figures, and you can get them in all those kind of comic book poses. But just look at that, bringing it up to the camera, and that look of that mask looks absolutely sensational. I just really like the deepness of those grooves, and then it's painted on the inside to really emphasize that kind of sort of like weave in there. It looks really cool. And the eyes around here kind of reminds me more of a G.I. Joe kind of baddie in a way. Got the crown around on here, doesn't take away from the look of the figure at all, and it's done in that sort of like nice gold as well. And then we've got the riffles and raffles of like the sort of like dog fur around on the side. Oh, it's probably not dog fur, but you know what I mean. It's pretty cool, done in a really nice sculpt. Body wise, yeah, it's alright. Mix and match from other figures that we've had in the past. Obviously just done all in purple. The belt's very plain. It kind of reminds me of a bit of a WWF sort of belt, or WWE as it is known now for many years, but I still call it WWF. And then you've got the arms or the hands that kind of replicate the sort of the grooves here as well, going into the gloves. And then going down to his boots, we've got that kind of nice detail again on the dripping fur, and then going down to his bright yellow boots as well. So it's kind of like when you thought about this guy and the colour scheme, like yellow and purple with pinks and sort of white furry kind of parts, it wouldn't work, would it? But it really does work, and it looks really nice as well. So yeah, again, another great figure from Hasbro, and another sort of retro figure to put on the shelf. And again, it's a figure I don't really know about before Marvel, well, I guess the MCU. I knew of Zemo. If you showed me a picture, I would know it's the Zemo kind of character, but I wouldn't even know his background and stuff like that. But I know it's all a bit different from the MCU, but it's kind of nice to have this guy on the shelf replicated in the comic version. So would I recommend this guy? Yeah, I would. It really goes well with your Red Skull, your Ultrons and all that. They've just got that really nice retro look, and when you start building up that collection, it looks fantastic. And obviously if you are into this guy, then just go out and get him. So thank you once again. Don't forget, you can subscribe, you can ding the bell, you can follow me on Instagram, which is in the description down below, and I'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye.